Hi, everybody. It's Heather, the expat entrepreneur. I have amazing news to share with you. Cha-ching, cha-ching. I've just had the most amazing bot experience I have ever had. $6,000 in 6 days. I want to show you and unpack the entire thing so that you can see for yourself firsthand how this happens and how realistic this is for all of us. We can all do this. So let me just start by sharing my screen with you and give you this amazing update. And yeah, I'm going to get this closed. Okay, here we go. So I've got a little slideshow prepared for you to take you through it. And I'm going to start by just again letting you know the disclaimer that I am not a licensed or certified investment or tax advisor. This is not intended to be investment advice for you. And if you do choose to invest in crypto, you could lose all of your money. And that if you do want to go ahead with it, you need to do your own research and seek out the advice of qualified professionals in your jurisdiction. And on that note, I want to say, let's have a look at these results. $6,000 in 6 days. I just love the sound of that. So here's the bot. Here's the first one. And I'm just going to move my picture here out of the way so that we can see a little bit more of the screen. There we go. Sorry, I just got to grab one little thing here. All right. And let me just expand it a little tiny bit here. You can see that this is on August 30th. That's the day of the of this graph. And this is the birth of a brand new coin. It was started right here. And when I bought it, it was 20 hours later, which is right here. And that's the beginning of this journey. So let's carry on. Here is the next screenshot, and I'll just show you the date just to give you that timestamp. My picture's in the way, so I'm going to move me over there and hopefully that works. But you can see it's August 29th was when this thing first started. On not even 24 hours in, on the first day, I was at 17 hours and 44 minutes in. I had already made $741, which is a nearly 19% return. And as we carry on to the next day, at the 24-hour mark, I was at I put the wrong, oh, here we go. Sorry, I'm just incorrect. $908 for a 23% rate of return. And by the way, my original investment was $39.09, $3,909. Day three, well, not really day three, but you can see it was 1 day and 14 hours in. That's when I was at $1,361 profit. And it was for a 34% return. And I'll just carry on and show you that this is 2 days and 18 hours in. I was at 3,200 and change. And this is right about the time that I was about to double my money, double my investment. And I'll shrink that a tiny bit so you can see it all. Again, the date stamp up there, that was on September 1st. And you can see that it was going to double my investment in just under 3 days. And by the time I hit 3 days and 19 hours, I was at $4,584 in profit for 117% return. Pretty sweet, right? Awesome. And then day four, 14 hours in, $5,178. That was 132% return at that point. Don't worry, it's gonna slow down here in a second. Day 5 was 143% return for 5,600. And this is where I hit that magic $6,000. So 6 days in, 14 hours, 6 days and 14 hours, I was profited $6,078. So that's on average, it's $1,000 a day. That's pretty good for 155% rate of return. Now, it did slow down after that. And 9 days later, which was yesterday, I added this in and I was at 6,400. It's still going up for 163% rate of return, still climbing, but not nearly the trajectory that we saw in the beginning. And let's have a look at that so that you can just get a better idea of what it looks like. This is the actual bot graph. And as you may recall, the green circles are buys and the red circles are sells. And what I want to do is just go ahead and share my actual screen with my account on it so that I can show you that live. Just bear with me for a second here. Okay, let's go ahead and have a look at my actual live account right now. You can see up at the top here, there's today's date, September 7th. And this is the actual graph of the coin pairing. And if I shrink that down just to show you, this is what we saw in the picture where I bought in here, or sorry, that's when the coin started. And this is where I bought in. And this has been the trajectory. So it shot right up and then it's been doing that nice little wiggle the whole time. And right now it's just been kind of channeling here for a little while and we'll see what it's going to do. But if we scroll down and have a look at the actual numbers, here we have this one here is the that particular trade, that particular bot pairing. And you can see that we've had a lot of transactions, right? This is the transaction column. And there's 14,580 transactions have already happened, which is a lot. And that's exactly what we want. Should be rubbing our hands together, happy when that happens. It's been 9 hours or 9 days rather, and 17 hours at this point. And the total profit so far is $6,532 for a complete return, a full return of 167% to this point. And this $10,343 is the amount that the profit plus the original investment equals. And we can take a closer look. If you click on this little graph button here, that's toward the end, we can see a few more bits of information about it. Now, this column here where the current funds, where it shows the current funds, that's where so much of the data is, because you can see the numbers that I've just told you. And if you just look over to the right a little bit, this is the original investment. $3,910.06. And when we take that number and we add it to the total profit, which is this one, $6,433.77, that's when we get the full value, which is $10,343.84. That's the full value of this coin pair. And you are able to do whatever you want with it at this point. The profits get put into your account automatically. And if you scroll down on this page, you can actually see that. I'll just show you that in a second. And before we do, I'll show you this bar graph. Shows you the entire length of your trade. So if you take this blue bar at the bottom and you slide it, you can go all the way to the beginning. And this is the start of your trade. And if you mouse over, it's going to tell you the date and the time and the amount that that it made, which is pretty cool because you can see if there's different times of the day that for whatever reason did more. I don't know. This one was 7 in the morning, but it's probably, who knows if it's my time or your time, because I'm coming at you from Japan, which is the complete opposite time of day from North America. So I don't know, to tell you the truth, but it might be interesting for you to have a look at that. And nonetheless, but if you scroll down even further, you can see all the orders and the whole transaction. And this, incidentally, is what's on the blockchain. This is the transcription of what's going on and why it's so powerful and precise and permanent. It can't be changed because all this information is out there on multiple computers and networks throughout the entire world online. It can't be, you'd have to be able to manipulate all of them at the same time in order to make a change. So you can't. That's what makes blockchain so good and so powerful. But anyway, if you scroll down, I just want to scroll down to where there's quite a few cells in a row to get to show you, which what we'll look at here. You can see there's buy and sells the whole time. And this is every one of those 14,000 transactions is right here. We could scroll as long as you wanted to, but let's just have a look. And this is September 9th at 8:23. The next one up is 27, 28, 28, 28. These are just the different times that the cells are happening. And if you look down the chart here, the graph here, I guess it's a chart, it'll show us, this is what it was bought for and what it sold for. And then you've got your fee right here. Those are come off right away, which is great because that means that when you see the amount in your profit, in your holding, in your balance, that's after fees. You don't have to think, oh, well, I wonder how much I'm going to have left over by the time everything's paid. That's it. So you can see in this column here, the profit, you made 47 cents on that first one, and that was added to your profit. Then another 43 cents was added and was made, and that was added to your balance. Then you profited another $1.44. That gets added to your balance immediately. You can see the timestamp, right? When that happens. And then over here, it's just boom, 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 boom. It happens instantaneously. You're not waiting months or years for your return to do whatever you want to do with it, right? Whether you want to invest it or take it out and go for dinner or take a holiday or whatever the case may be. But now you made another 40 cents here and that got added. Another 59 cents gets added. Another 99 cents gets added. So it just keeps stacking up and piling up one after the other. And that's what's so exciting and so great about it. So as long as we are seeing this nice wiggle pattern, you're good. There's some conditions that might cause you to want to shut a bot down and move on. Most of the time, if it's profiting for you, why would you, unless you think you could do better elsewhere? But we never know, right? Because even with this exact bot, somebody who started it later than I did here, it would be a completely different result, right? It all depends on what's happening the moment you push go, the moment that you make your bots go live. So yeah, it's been super, super exciting. I'll stop that screen share of this particular thing. And yeah, I just want to say as well that if I can change this, just give me 1 second here. So what I want to tell you now is that there's other exciting news, and that is that the plan is going to open back up again for new buyers, new members to come in about a week's time. And it's going to be the last beta that they're going to run. This will be beta 3. I'm beta 1. I paid full price for the plan back in June. And incidentally, I made my money back in about 10 days. It paid for itself. It certainly would have paid for itself with this particular trade, that's for sure. But the new one is going to be opening up here. And what I'd like to suggest you do is go ahead and hit the button below to get yourself on that wait list. And I will let you know the minute that we have a link that you can get to watch Dan deliver his live training. And I'll be watching again. I watch it every time he does it, because there's so much information and new stuff that he's sharing constantly. During that training, you can get a really good idea of exactly what's covered in the training, what's included in the plan itself. And incidentally, if you want more information on it, you can also click below to see the very, very extensive blog post review that I did on the plan, which covers everything. And you can click that link if you like to read. That'll be your go-to. I also did a video. So if you'd rather watch video, you can watch that one as well, or do them all and get as much information as you can. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. And in the meantime, what I would like to say is if you found this video valuable, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then hit that little bell and let me go ahead and YouTube will give you notifications every time I make an update. And that's because I'm going to document my entire crypto journey here on YouTube for you, so that you can see somebody like myself who might be like you, who up until 3 months ago knew nothing about crypto, next to nothing about crypto. And now I am 14 grand ahead, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of, well, I mean, it's going to be close to 200% in roughly 7-8 weeks, give or take a little tiny bit. So, I mean, I am over the moon ecstatic and happy. And the results that I'm seeing firsthand are fabulous. And not just me, there are other people too who are seeing fabulous results also. So I'm going to stop sharing here now again and just close out by saying, thanks again for tuning in and having a listen, seeing what's possible for all of us, because anybody could have made that trade. And that was one of the recommendations that Dan made, which is a separate service that he offers, where he will actually pick coin pairs for you and hand you all the information, including the settings that you need to put on. And you can just, copy and paste and walk away. It could not be any easier. It is just fabulous and a beautiful thing. And it's the right time in history, in the world, for you to be doing this right now. It's not too late to get involved in crypto. You can do this even if you don't understand crypto, or you hate math, or you think you're too old or too young, or whatever the case may be. It's an open, ripe opportunity right now that's available to anybody with a computer and a couple of bucks to put into an investment. So on that note, I will say thanks again. Please like and subscribe and comment below. Let me know what you thought of this. Is 6 grand in 6 days something you would like to see? Not a rhetorical question. So thanks, everybody. I will see you on the next video. Bye.